The name of this particular disorder is the Pierre syndrome. This is a condition that is present at birth and is a disorder in which the individual has a smaller than normal lower jaw, their tongue is further back than normal, and they have a cleft palate or an opening in the roof of the mouth. Additional research shows that this is often an isolated disorder and there is very little risk for siblings and other family members to have this disorder. The exact cause of this disorder is unknown, but it is seen to be a genetic disorder linked to the SLHS gene.
So there are actually quite a few effects on communication. Well, the child is most likely to have highly late developed speech or disordered speech, and it's also most likely to be hypernasal speech. Now, there's a few symptoms of the disorder, and the first is cleft palate, and this will result in language development delays and speech sound production trouble. There's also the velopharyngeal dysfunction, and so this will result in weak or omitted consonants, airy speech, or just short speech. And then also hearing loss is big because of the fluid buildup behind the ear, which is going to help or cause difficulty understanding and actually learning the speech.
Here are 3 important facts. One important fact that we learned is that it is so important to find PRS during pregnancy. This is for 2 reasons. One reason is so we can provide counseling for the parents for the expected long-term and short-term complications and treatments. Another important reason is so that we can get an interprofessional team on standby during birth. This includes neonatologists and laryngologists.
Another important fact with PRS is their surgical and non-surgical intervention. An example of a surgical intervention is a tracheostomy, which is when they cut a hole in the neck, so it makes it easier for the patient to breathe.
How has your knowledge and attitude changed through this research project?
So for me, I believe that it kind of opened my mind up to disorders I never even knew existed. It also helped me understand that be more empathetic towards people with very rare disorders. It's already very hard when nobody knows about your disorder, and it's even harder to find people to help you manage it. How did it impact yours?
Well, kind of the same thing. It helped open my mind to new disorders that I never even knew existed. And it also helped me connect information we've learned from class to real world application and just learn about other symptoms like the cleft palate, the velopharyngeal dysfunction, and things like that.
How would this impact your career as an SLP?
Well, as a speech language pathologist, you're going to be working with people with all different types of disorders. So this is going to help me just learn about new disorders that I never knew about and how I can maybe treat them and just the basic knowledge. Now, how would this help you in your classroom setting?
So for me, I want to be a special education teacher, so this would really, really help me empathize with my students and with their families. Learning about new disorders is always very interesting to me, and to be able to apply that in my classroom, incorporate that into their IEP, and know exactly what I should give them for related services would be really amazing.
So how would you say that this research project has affected your attitude?
So at first, before the research project, I didn't know anything about PRS. So just diving into this project, I learned many new things about PRS and the disorder itself and whatever aspects go into it. And I realized it's going to help me a lot with my future job and just gaining more knowledge about this disorder. So what about you?
I did not know what PRS was before this project, so it definitely helped me gain some knowledge, and not just about the disorder, but the symptoms, like the cleft palate and things like that, and it definitely broadened my horizons with new information that I can apply to school and my future job.
How does it impact your future career as a physical therapist?
I think it's made me more knowledgeable and will help me provide a broader form of care for my future patients, and hopefully made me more knowledgeable and helpful throughout my career. How has this impacted your future career as an SLP?
As an SLP, you're going to get someone probably with PRS potentially sometime in your career, and it's important important that I know how to help them with their speech productions and just to know about the disorder in general.